an NFL update. Let's send you back to New York and Greg Gumbel.
All right, Pat, at the Metrodome, Barry Sanders goes 17 yards for his NFC-leading 11th touchdown of the year. With the extra point, the Lions are on top of the Vikings 7-0 in the first, Pat.
Tom, on 4th and goal, Cleveland lines up tackle Paul Ferrin as an eligible receiver, but the pass from Kozar is broken up. And look at the emotion by new head coach Dick McPherson of the Patriots. This is more fun than Syracuse. New England's 1-0, the score 0-0.
And honored to call myself that, Marv. Here's Boomer Esiason off the play-action fake. He'll loft this 50-yarder to Eddie Brown, who circles back to make the catch, then a good move on the defender. It's 7-6 Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. By the way, next time they play Hail to the Redskins, America demands that Paul lead the chorus, sort of as a male counterpart to Roseanne Barr.
Pat, you saw that 7-7 score in Tampa. Here's how the Bucs did it. Reggie Cobb on the first play of the second quarter, 27 yards. The Bucs and the Giants are tied in the second quarter. Pat?
All right, Tom, at the conclusion of the Pittsburgh-Buffalo game, most of your viewers will see San Diego and San Francisco and the Chargers on the game's opening drive grab the lead at Candlestick for Dan Henning on this one-yard touchdown pass from John Freese to Craig McEwen. It's 7-0 San Diego. Tom?
Marv, the Browns have won half of their 8 games. The Bengals have won none of their 8 starts. And in the Battle of Ohio, the Browns have the lead 7-3 early in the second at Cincinnati after that 4-yard touchdown run by Kevin Mack. Back to RFK. All right, Marv, after a Bengal fumble inside the Pittsburgh 5 stalled a potential touchdown drive, they salvage a safety as James Francis sacks Bubby Brister in the end zone. It's 9-6 Cincinnati. By the way, Marv, I thought it was touching that while in Washington, Paul donated photos of his ancestral home to the Smithsonian.
Back to New York, our studios, and Greg Gumbel.
Pat and John, this time the Metrodome in Minnesota. Watch Barry Sanders, just a little daylight, and he goes 46 yards for his second touchdown of the day. And the Lions have expanded their lead over Minnesota to 17-7 in the third. Pat?
Marv, the route continues in Foxborough. Following a block punt by Albert Lewis, Christian Okoye takes it across. Kansas City 30, New England nothing. Patriots about to lose their 10th in a row. And now the question before us, if the Chiefs left the field, how many plays would it take the Patriots to score?
Greg Gumbel for an update.
All right, Pat, in Tampa, Rodney Hampton, 5 yards and a touchdown. The Giants lead 14-7, but they've lost 4 starters to injury today, including quarterback Jeff Hostetler, who will have x-rays taken on his back. Phil Simms is now quarterbacking the Giants in the third quarter, Pat.
Well, Tom, Miami has a 10-3 lead in the third quarter at home against Indianapolis. Here's Aaron Craver, their third-round draft choice out of Fresno State on a 7-yard scoring run. Mark Higgs, the journeyman who last week had 146 yards from Miami against Buffalo, is already over 100 yards rushing today. So they're taking up the slack left by the injury to Sammy Smith, and they lead by a touchdown over Indy. Marv, Bill's upset selection hangs in gamely. Here are the Falcons. Chris Miller off the play fake finds Steve Broussard, 25-yard touchdown, and it brings them even again at 14 late in the third quarter at home against the Raiders. Marv? Marv, in a game of lesser importance and lesser atmosphere, it's Kevin Mack, Ernest Biner's old running mate with the Cleveland Browns, going in for the touchdown. The fumble, recovered by the Browns anyway, came after he had broken the plane, and Cleveland has a 21-20 lead over winless Cincinnati early in the fourth at Cincy. Marv?
Well, Pat, if it's happening at the Metrodome, it must be Barry Sanders. From 4 yards out, his third TD of the day, his league-leading 13th of the year. As they begin the fourth quarter, it's 24-7 Lions, who are preparing for the Bears Thanksgiving Day. All right, Tim, at Candlestick, the Rams have turned this game completely around. Steve Young's pass picked off by Robert Bailey, returned 24 yards. The Rams score 10 points in 26 seconds and take a 17-10 lead on the 49ers with 11 minutes to play in the game, Tim.
All right, Tom, watch Bernie Kosar pretty much seal the victory against New England. He goes long to Michael Jackson, 6th-round draft choice, rookie out of Southern Mississippi. For Michael Jackson, a thriller that covers 65 yards. The Browns lead it 20-0 in the fourth. Tom?
Pat and John, at Tampa, Phil Simms in at quarterback for the injured Jeff Hostetler. A 30-yard touchdown pass to Stephen Baker with 16 seconds to play in regulation. The Giants are up by a touchdown, Pat. At the L.A. Coliseum, the Raiders are back in the game. Marinovich to Tim Brown. Mark Collins gambles, doesn't get it, and that's a 68-yard touchdown. 14 minutes to play in the game. The Raiders and the Giants are tied at 10. Back to Tim and Matt. At Candlestick, no quit in the Rams today. Jim Everett to Flipper Anderson, 9 yards in the touchdown. 24-24 tie, but with a minute 20 to play, the 49ers are threatening again late in the game.